Cacao Mayan chocolate has been operating for close to 10 years in Maya Center Village. It produces exceptional chocolate products, but this is just a part of why this business is an important part of the community. Thousands of years ago, the cacao was a valuable part of life for the Mayas. Fast forward to present day, Julio Saqui says that hasn't changed in this community. He has turned this aromatic bean into something more than just a money-making venture for himself.
For me, now that I'm in the business of making money from cacao, how do I get more people involved to benefit from it? As a result, I buy my cacao from them. We buy vanilla beans from them. We buy ginger from them because we use ginger in our chocolate processing. So whatever I can buy from the community, bring it to me. It's kind of like that concept behind it. You don't only look at you as always only you, because that's not how I work. I want all my community people to be a part of it. It is more happier and meaningful for me when I see my community people come in and they become a part of us.
The community now benefits from the cacao and many other opportunities that it brings. Saqui explains how he has used this fruit to not only share the culture, but to bring the community together and to sustain livelihoods.
What role do we play? It's very broad. We are, I would say, the pillar of the community development. How does that work? I'm buying beans from the farmers, so I'm creating an economic help for them. Then here in the factory, we employ people from within the community and also family members from the community, and they work for us and we pay them. That's 2. 3, when the tourists come to the community, they don't only come here and buy chocolate by bulk. They also go out into the community and then they buy arts and crafts in the community, because the village also make arts and crafts, very fine, beautiful art and craft. They make it. So the community also now benefits from the tourists that comes as they purchase arts and craft. Now when the tourists are finished their chocolate tour, because they do tours here, what next? What do we do? Then I have to call the people. Listen, I know you're a tour guide. These 6 people that I have on the tour wants to go do a tour. Then they take them to Coxcomb. Then the tour guide gets to make his money. But sometimes the tour guide doesn't have a vehicle. So the community member get taxi cab or going, and they will hire a taxi, take them to the park, and then they would come back and then do their tour. So there's a lot of trickling effects. Now when they're out in the park, they're hungry. When they come back, where do we put them? So we now have to offer our space upstairs where they can also dine, where we offer them food. So again, we have to employ another set of people in the community that does cooking. So it has a lot of rippling effects.
And the community recognizes the power of the cacao beans. In Mayan history, the beans were used different ways. One of its more powerful uses was to buy or trade. And these beans, according to Saqui, still have currency power in these communities where bartering is still a way of life. It's not widely practiced, but it still happens.
I can clearly remember, I think it's a month and a half ago, because this old fellow in the village here knows that I make chocolate. So he brought his 3-pound, I think 3 pound of chocolate bean already dried. He brought to me, and he said, do you want to exchange some of that corn you have, because I run out of corn but I have cacao beans. Because I make chocolate, I said, well, sure, no problem, bring it in. So he gave me the beans and I gave him his corn, and he went home and he was totally happy. So it's still happening in the village here, and even in the other communities farther south of Belize, they still do that today, because that is how we're supposed to be using cacao. The cacao is very important for the Maya culture. It is very special. It is very rich, used for rituals. We have rituals and ceremonies with it. So a lot of the people look at the chocolate out there as a gift. You give it to your boyfriend, you're fighting, you give it to your girlfriend. But for the Maya person, it is more a meaningful product. We just don't overlook it like that. We treat it special.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Andrea Polanco.